So this project was actually a bit of a challenge for my girlfriend. We went to some big brand store and she wanted one of these toilet frames. We can't really have a floating shelf because we're renting, so this thing was about 80 bucks and I gave her a little bet. I could make this for under $5 and she'd have to buy me a case of beer. So this is a really simple design, just a couple of 60-degree and 30-degree angled cuts. Basic frame just so we can put, some toilet paper, maybe a succulent plant or something. I went for biscuit joints for the 60 and 30-degree angles, and I put some cross pieces in the bottom just for a bit of support. I'm only using Craig screws for that one, and they're sort of hidden on the outside wall, so you won't actually see them on the inside. So I thought glue wouldn't actually stick to this epoxy finish on my table, but everyone makes mistakes, so here I am trying to hammer it off, and I was really hoping it didn't damage the piece. But it worked out alright. So I don't have footage of me actually attaching these pieces to the frame, but as you can see, I'm just adding some Craig screws through the backside. So this will be up against the wall, so you won't actually see these holes. The whole thing's going to be painted. If you really need to, you can fill them up with the little plugs, but they're all going to be hidden anyway. It was probably a good of time as ever to just give the entire thing a round over. This is the one bit of timber that I actually had to buy. I actually found this at a garage sale when I was just driving past. I bought a bunch of old hand tools. This thing came at about $6, so don't tell the missus, but it did cost me $1 over budget. There's obviously got to be a way to press the flush buttons, so I had to cut out a little section here. This was actually quite stressful. I didn't have enough cut sort of length on my bandsaw, so I couldn't cut these, and I realized, oh yeah, my jigsaw was stolen, and that sort of didn't get replaced by insurance because I forgot to add it. And my top bearing router bit also didn't get replaced, so I had to sort of cut out what I could on the bandsaw and do the rest with my Leatherman. I really love this thing. It's got quite a lot of stuff attached to it, so I was cutting this sort of really slow, trying to make it as straight as I can, then use the file just to clean it up a little bit. Then I put a round over as well. Hey Leatherman, send me free stuff. Just attaching these with a couple of screws with countersink holes. These will be in the outside. This is really light pine, so I'm not worried about it twisting or sort of pulling out from the screws. And this assembly was probably the hardest thing I've ever done. Because I've already done the roundover, there was really no support to try and get this thing square. So we ended up making it happen. But yeah, this was a pretty hard assembly. My girlfriend's going for a colourful theme in the ensuite, so I gave it a few licks of paint. Then it was ready to put over the toilet. safe to say I won the bet. See you next time. Cheers.